Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, they call me over, they call me over. I can no more pretend.
What's up? Oh no, that's not on it.
After dark, yes, this is the lounge after dark. You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever watch the after dark like specials like
I did.
BET After
It was
Dark?
so
Oh
good.
yeah.
Yes.
Like that?
It was so good.
Well, not really, but kind of, sort of, but not
I
really.
did.
Nothing like that.
3
It's
a.m.
better.
You talking about like the videos?
There you
The
go.
videos?
Yes.
Yeah.
That shit was lit.
They had some talk shows after dark too. I can't remember the name, but they had some.
Can't think
Now, I don't know if people watch Bleach.
That's when I
I
saw-
don't know, was that the channel? One of these channels.
What?
They used to do this after hour soft porn shit, bro.
Oh, that's
See,
what
we
you
already
said.
know where
No,
his
no,
mind
it
is.
was a regular station. It was
Really?
Lifetime or some shit.
Oh no.
Like
Lifetime,
2 a.m.
Lifetime.
Yeah, the name of the show was Bliss. I promise you.
Okay,
don't
James,
know.
we know
Wait,
you're.
why
We
do
know.
I have
Hold on.
We
We
know
know
you
James. We
No,
know
I think
James.
No, you're talking about like the black ones, right? The one they used to do. They used to do some black ones.
No,
on
that's
HBO.
Noah's Ark.
know
Oh,
it?
anybody remember that?
No, I don't.
No.
Yeah, that's blasphemy, honestly. It was a gay show called Noah's Ark.
All right.
God is coming soon.
Okay, God is good.
God is
Amen.
coming soon.
Hallelujah.
God is coming soon.
So on today's episode of the Lounge After Dark, we're gonna get a little bit spicy.
Okay.
We're not too spicy. Oh yeah, we are. We're gonna go there.
Good.
Like jollof rice spicy.
So we have an agreement that there's
Angela.
nothing off limits, right?
Oh gosh, no, something's
Oh,
off
God.
limits. Names
We
are
have
off
an-
limits.
Name or whatever. But I'm talking about like conversation,
But
and
names are off
topics. We're
limits.
just gonna
We're grown
Yes,
and we discussing.
we're discussing.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
having conversation.
So I
Take
see
this,
a couple
guys.
next to us holding hands. Like what's
Are we
going
holding
They
on?
holding hands under the table.
Holding
Trying to hide.
I don't even know who let that nigga
Bring that
sit
shit over the
there,
table.
bro.
And is James jealous? Is James in his
I'm not.
feelings?
Just like us to do what we're doing.
So how long
Go
have y'all
ahead,
been
please.
dating? How
I'm
long
not
have y'all
coming
been
up,
The
bro.
tea is
together?
finally out.
Boss,
Oh, yeah.
boss. Ooh, how long have y'all been together?
Yeah, what's the tea? Like y'all relationship? Like
When
how
did
long?
y'all start
Are we
holding hands?
even
Are we really
together?
gonna start
Wait,
that
hold
way?
on.
I know.
So
why
we need to
starting
address
this
it,
way. I
yeah.
feel like James
Hold on, wait, hold on.
Why?
Hold on, no,
Why?
wait. Hold on. Cameraman,
That nigga hand.
Cameraman.
please
Oh my god.
rerun this rubbish. Rerun this rubbish.
Yeah,
Is
right.
he the one? Why are you even holding us?
We
Okay, I beg.
shut up.
Let
Under the
him
table.
let him hold his
He's
We
drunk.
are listen. We are doing a show here, right? We are doing a segment here.
Right.
All right. That does not have to do with me or how
drank
or
the whole
anybody else.
I
all
thought we
right?
had an agreement before the cameras were rolling. We had an agreement that we were gonna talk about anything.
Oh yeah, Sasha, come on.
We did, and
Come
I.
on.
Anyway, okay, so back to the
I'm not
topic
even
at
gonna
hand.
front, y'all. Before the camera started rolling, Sasha was talking about a situation that happened at the club. He at the dinner.
Wow, damn.
I'm just saying.
Right.
We gonna keep it all on the table.
So
Oh, you know
talk
what?
about that.
That's
Tell us all
fine.
about it.
That's fine. I am down for
What happened
that.
out at the club?
Hold on.
That's fine.
I wanna
Okay,
hear both of
y'all.
y'all stories.
Y'all.
Bugatti?
Let's get up.
I'm looking at one
But can we
particular
stop?
person that was also a
Hold
part
on.
of it.
Who was a part?
Okay,
I already
I don't
know.
even know what the hell y'all talking
Okay,
about.
so y'all,
I like
one
y'all.
house. We want to make sure we all want to talk. We all want to talk. Okay, so y'all are together. Cause some of us
Yeah, we
are
are.
single. I'm sorry.
We good, we good. Ain't nothing to
Sorry.
fall over.
T trying to steal the
Sorry.
line.
Got
She trying to
it.
steal
Some
the
of us are
tea.
single.
Spill
So
the tea, T.
go ahead. Let's see.
I mean, I
have
guess
no-
I know I'm
You know,
saying you're spilling their tea.
that is a
So-
real question when you say some of us are single. My question is, what is dating? What is, wait, what are the definitions? I know there's levels to
Like
this shit.
there's talking.
There's talking, there's dating, in a relationship.
That's fucking.
Shut up.
Situationships.
Shit.
That-
Not situation. Situationship. Okay, there could be situation and situationship.
Situation shit.
Yeah.
FWB.
So how would you guys? What would you like? Put like what's the title of
I'll
your
let you answer that.
You're in a
relationship?
situation shit.
I'll let you answer
We go
that.
together real bad.
Real bad. We together.
Real bad.
Yes, sir.
Real bad.
Real bad.
Go ahead, spill the
Do we go
tea.
together? What does that
Real
even
bad.
mean?
Real bad. Real bad.
Yo, they go together. Let me have sex with them. Are you mad? Why are you even taking so much time? Are you fucking mad?
That's my.
Hey, they go
No,
to
they
hands.
Next question.
I
Relax.
got a picture.
Okay, y'all, let them talk.
Alright,
They go to hands.
listen, alright. She's mine. Point blank period, alright?
Okay.
So that is the final answer. That's it right there.
Why
She's
you crossing your
I
hands?
don't feel like I'm somebody's property for you to say she's mine.
I mean,
No,
but
she's
but
mine.
I don't mean it in
Okay.
that way though.
Oh, you said mine? Oh,
Well,
I
then
thought
I
you
need
said
you to
she is
clarify.
my. She is my point blank.
No,
period.
mine.
No,
She's
no.
mine. I know
she's
you heard.
my
Okay.
point.
You always
Alright,
trying to.
alright,
Nothing wrong
alright,
with that.
alright.
She's
So
yours,
you are
you're his.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
He's
So
yours.
Okay.
She's yours.
She is my woman.
Ooh.
Point blank period. Alright.
What does your woman mean? Like, what am I to you?
Is that not your man?
Is that not like
No.
sexy?
No.
Like, is that not like a man claiming you? Like, that's mine.
She wants a title, more so
Well,
a
okay.
clarification. A woman doesn't clean
yeah.
it up.
As my
And y'all had
brother,
to do this on
Alright,
television.
but
Alright, bro.
alright, you know what? Alright, but
Sasha, no Wahala.
but right.
No
So it's a
wahala.
Okay, let's
it's
do
a
this.
situation, alright?
What?
Listen. So it's a situation, right? So if we are gonna talk about this,
Okay, we're talking.
it is a situation, all right? But she knows what it is, and I know what it is. Of course,
Oh my
you know
God.
what?
Oh my God.
All right,
Hold on,
that's
hold
it.
on.
I'm saying.
I'm
You know why
sorry.
you do this to this dude, bro?
No,
Let's
now
go.
I'm going. Now I have questions. I have questions.
And I don't think
comments,
I hit your
concerns.
ass. First
At
off.
this point, I think this is an everybody.
It's the everybody thing because we've all been in situations where we are unclear of the status of our
I'm not.
relationship.
I'll
So
be clear as fuck from the jump.
Oh my goodness.
Straight
You
the
have
fuck
been
up.
one person that has definitely been clear. on that.
Congratulations
Straight the
to
fuck
you,
up.
though,
What are you
'cause a
what are
lot
you
of men
confused
send
about? I
men
said
send
we
men
Hey,
so-
hey,
doing
no
this.
cap.
Oh, we ain't
Hey,
doing
that's how we're
this.
starting to move too.
Okay,
Yeah, you
so
have
moving
to
the
be
same
straight
way.
up,
You
bro.
gotta
Yeah, what is
communicate.
that?
Somebody
Yeah,
got to be
communicate.
clear and speak their mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is
Move
that?
the same way.
okay, so James, I wanted to ask you. No,
He's trying
James.
to shoot his shot right now.
James, I wanted to ask. Okay, so me and James were having a really interesting conversation the other day. Remember? Do you
You're such a
remember?
snitch, but yes, I do. Yes.
You said anything that we can discuss.
I'm
Anything.
good,
I
but
made
it's
sure.
just
What
a
kind of
snitch.
conversation?
So we were talking, right? And
Mhm.
I had asked you to come here to come shoot or
Word,
whatever, and
word.
you were telling me that you weren't sure because you may have another outing to go to that day.
Word.
Right?
Busy.
So pretty much what he was trying to say was he had another date with a young lady,
Uh-huh.
but it was just for. It wasn't anything serious. He was just
22.
trying to smash pretty much.
Hey, come get it. What's good?
So my question is, you're not a young boy anymore.
I'm not.
So why are you wasting your time just
I'm
playing
not
around
wasting
with
my
these
time.
little
I'm a
girls?
young man,
So
bro.
if you know you want to settle down, why are you just still?
I'm not want to settle down with someone that has sense.
But if you
don't
know,
have sense,
but why would you
we
want
can do some
to?
senseless shit together if you're senseless. I'm good. What's good? Hey, what is that? No, for me.
No, for real, I'm just
So
curious.
I know I'm not marrying a 24-year-old. I know I'm not marrying
That makes a lot of
a
sense.
26-year-old. I know for a fact.
Are you-
If I meet a 30-year-old, the approach is different. If
It
I meet a
adds up.
if I meet a 22-year-old, ma, what's goody, bro? Don't work or not? You know what I'm saying?
You gonna throw it back? Or not?
Yeah, okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying
It
it's
makes
not literal.
sense.
It's not literal.
I'm not confused.
But what I'm
Not
saying
really,
is,
bro.
I'm not
Why does all
courting
females
you
got a confused face on
with
it?
my chest. I'm courting you like I want to take you on, marry, I want to meet your mother. Everybody go and sit down, please. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's if you're around like 28, 29, 30,
Might have some
37,
sense.
whatever, and I approach you different. You know what I'm saying? I'm still tap the fuck out of that, but I'm gonna still approach you different. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna just put you on some bullshit.
Okay, because my issue is, so the issue that I feel like many of us women are facing when it comes to like dating is finding men who are serious and finding men who are not still trying to play the field. So when we were having that conversation, it kind of triggered me because I'm thinking to myself, like, I mean, you didn't do anything wrong. You're a single man. You can do as you please or whatever. But it was like, my question is, did this young lady know that you had no intentions on being anything more than just a friend with
Sweetie,
benefit?
I wish you met these 26 and under girls. I wish you met these new.
No.
They the new niggas. They the new
Okay.
niggas. What y'all mean?
Elaborate,
They don't
please.
give a
I'll fuck nigga
goddamn
free.
Okay,
about
let
a
me
goddamn.
talk.
Yeah, look at what they
I'll
even
fuck
talk
nigga
about.
cheat.
Yo, I'm not exaggerating.
Okay, let
I'm
him
not
talk,
even
let
trying
him
to be
talk.
funny. I'm not even trying to.
They look up to
I'm
Megan
not
Thee
even trying to
Stallion.
matronize them or what's the word. This is not about patronizing those girls. It's not that. All right, it's very simple. Right? They move different, bro.
Okay.
They move
Elaborate.
It's
different.
actually scary.
Elaborate.
Man,
though.
it can be scary, you know. One thing
They move like niggas.
It's scary, but you're still
No, they
messing
move-
with them. But continue.
Yeah,
Cause
not
we
scared.
done-
I'm
we-
not
cause
scared
we
of
see
them.
that nigga.
The way they move is scary. I'm about that scary. Like,
Yeah, he
however,
about it.
I'm not scared of them.
I
My
feel
thing is, like I said, I don't put a hard line on anything for me. If I meet Shorty and she's 27 and she sounds like she can have a good conversation, or we can pick each other's brains and she's smart, I might put some effort in there. If I meet Shorty was an Uber driver, and I wouldn't make her much watch this shit. So
She drove
she was
him
an Uber
around.
driver, you know what I'm saying? She drove me around for so she was bad, you know what I'm saying? Little Haitian light skinned chick, real nice, you know what I'm saying? Yo, what's good? Come see me later, B. She said, yo, she pulled up. He's like, yo, after that, it's like, yo, we're going out
Easy.
Saturday. We out. Yeah, it's not even that, it's not a thing.
Okay. I
It's,
respect that.
you know?
That's not it.
She gave you a ride?
I just
She was my Uber. ride.
I just don't think
She was
any
she
of
was
that
the
was
driver.
making sense. Well, it made sense to you. I just don't feel
It
like
made sense to me.
it
adds
did.
up, bro.
Really?
It makes
Okay,
sense.
let me translate.
Like,
Okay,
Go
let
ahead.
him-
All right. So what he's saying is that there is there's a kind of like a silent agreement that they both know that it ain't nothing going anywhere.
Word.
But it's fun, and that's the same. Why can't we have some fun without putting
Labels
Emotions
on
to it.
a whole bunch of that?
Sneaky link.
And what he's saying is that if he's not edging her on, saying, "Baby, we gonna be together. Baby, we this and that third. I'm gonna take care of you." If he's not doing none of that, then he's not doing anything wrong in his eyes.
I don't get it twisted. I actually don't put it out of the galaxy that some 23-year-old might be the one that's finally like, yo, I like her for real. You know what I'm saying? I don't put no hard lines on myself. That shit is the most ridiculous thing people do. You give yourself these hard lines and just make life hard for yourself. Are you mad? For me, it's very simple. If I meet somebody who I can gel with, I would know. Not that these girls are not gellable with, but if we're gellable on some, you know what I'm saying, Netflix and chill and other things that I wouldn't say on camera. And I'm not even saying like sex and stuff, but just other things I wouldn't say on camera, you know, with drinking or whatever. Hey, it is whatever. If you're about that life, that's what you want to do it. And still be the whole woman you were when you walked in. Go home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to come back tomorrow, we'll do it again. If I find somebody else another Uber, what's goody? You know what I'm saying?
That's just ridiculous.
God.
Is this where we're at?
This is where this is the mindset. To me, I mean, there's no judgments, obviously, but I feel like this is like the common mindset of the average man.
Word.
Unfortunately.
You're right. No.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
No,
unfortunately, because that's why we have. I don't know. I'm not gonna speak for all of y'all, but that's why I have a hard time meeting nice men. Is because you guys have that mindset of just
Pass by.
just
Flowing.
going with the flow.
Not
Just
every
whatever
man thinks like
happens,
that.
it's just
This is the real problem. To be honest,
hitting and quitting. Like,
See, here's the real problem.
Seriously.
All right, not every man thinks like that. The problem is
majority of
women,
men think
even
that way.
good women, bad girls, turn-up queens, smoker girls, they like the same kind of dudes.
Exactly.
To an
That's the
extent.
issue.
That's right.
Not
though.
all of them,
Okay.
absolutely not all of them, but for the most part,
Yeah.
they do
Most
like
part.
the same dude. So it's like, honestly, why Atlanta go weird for me is the chicks have to share niggas, and then there's more to this 8-to-1, and they have to share dudes. It's like the numbers itself don't add up. You know what I'm saying? That's why it got wild a little bit, and that's why the younger girls are like dudes now. You know what I'm saying? In a way,
They
you
scary,
know?
man.
Yeah, it's different. I'm not tripping. That's why I don't judge anybody. I'm not counting your bodies. I've never asked a girl how many bodies she had. I don't even know why niggas do that. That shit is ridiculous.
I don't want to hear a man.
Shit,
Sasha
that's
got something to say.
ridiculous.
Toes and
I have two
fingers.
different
Bro,
perspectives.
Okay, let's she has it.
Hold on,
Let her,
like
let her.
I want to, because there's two different perspectives of this. I understand what you're saying. You know, there's more women than men, right? But at the same time, we have to find the root of it. What is the root? The root is that a lot of women, or a lot of females in general, we haven't had that father figure. We haven't had that male figure. So we're going to go to what we know. And what we know is you. Not saying anything is wrong with you, but we're going to continue to go to you. We're going to continue to go to you. We're going to continue to go to you until we get to the point where we know ourselves. And that's just the generic of that. It's just the purpose of it. But at the same time, when you get to a certain elevation within yourself, you're going to get to a point. Like for me, I was in that same point. Not to the point where I was just messing around with different men, but like I was telling him earlier today, when I was younger, I got to a point where, you know, I just wanted to be loved. I just wanted a man to accept me fully for who I am, because I never got that from my father. My father told me he didn't want me. And so, you know, I went to different men thinking or hoping that somebody would want me. And eventually I end up in the same situation, not being accepted. Okay, until one time it just got to the point where I'm not gonna deal with this.
Fuck it.
I know who I am. I come with, I'm over and beyond. I'm a person who's not even in this world. And if a guy don't see that within me, then he's not the one.
I'm all for that. Here's the thing though. How old were you when that happened?
I was in my 19, 20, 21, 22.
Oh, you were young.
So
Yeah.
These are the girls who take their
But
time.
a lot of females are coming up with that. We don't have males. We do not. Kids growing up today do not have male figures. That's just what it is. We're being raised by our mother or by our grandmother. So we're not gonna know how we deserve to be treated by a male.
Okay, I got something to say
certain
about that.
people.
Well, I really wanna piggyback off Tim.
Now, how old was you when your father, left you or something like that?
Since I can remember, like middle school, elementary school.
Okay, now,
Yeah.
I thought they said 18, 19. Now.
No,
Then,
that's-
then I would have said, like, you are grown.
Yeah.
Like at that age, so okay, go ahead. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Well,
Yeah. But the
You
thing
said you were
is,
gonna piggyback off something.
What were you trying to say?
Yeah, I said
No.
I was gonna piggyback off of it because, babe, I don't understand what you mean. Even if she's grown, there's still it's called trauma for a reason.
Right.
Trauma
I
doesn't have a
understand
beginning
that.
or an end. I mean, it does have a beginning, but it doesn't necessarily have an end. For me, my dad has been in my life all my life, but he hasn't been persistent in my life all my life. So there's a lot of different things where I can see a man being persistent but not be in my life. So there's always that attachment and detachment, but I'm always looking for that attachment, just like, okay. And that's not like I'm trying to make you my dad figure, but I guess the dad figure is the one that loves, take cares, protects, and, make sure that his little girl is taken care of. But then it's like you're looking for that in your man because they say every girl marries their father. Something like I'm pretty sure we've all heard that.
I've heard that.
But then when you have your man just gallivanting around the whole Atlanta, what are you thinking?
Okay,
What are you thinking?
So
This nigga said, okay, so
I have
yo,
some
pay me the wine real
something
quick,
to say,
goddamn.
right? So this is my from my own point of view, right? There are girls out here, there are ladies, there are women out here, who did not get that love from their father, right? And there are also men out here, who did not grow up, right, learning that that love from their father, right? So it is what they have learned that they can actually put out, and the whole blame should not be on that man because so I said that I said that and I mean that, right? The entire blame should not be on that man, because this is what he learned, right, from his father, and the rest what he pretty much saw on the TV or on the streets, right? So now you ask the woman, I'm coming from a place where it was just you and there was no father figure. Now you are expecting him that learns the little from his father and the rest from the streets to give you every single shit that you're asking for. It is never gonna work.
What the fuck is that?
Okay, can
A lot. That's what I'm saying, right?
No,
It is not
no.
Right.
I'm sorry, let me get in there.
Dude, it's not gonna work.
You're saying that because her grandfather might have had some shortcomings while he was raising her father, that she should not expect too much from her fucking father. What
That's
kind of
crazy.
moronic nonsense is that?
I mean, people are who they're gonna.
That's what he
be, though.
said.
But then
Basically,
it brings me back to the last.
Says what?
Remember?
you're
Wait,
saying basically
push
that
pause.
because the grandfather was semi-useless, he learned from his grandfather. So you should just expect uselessness from him.
No. You are getting it wrong.
No, you're saying basically you
No,
literally said
you are
you're
getting it
expecting him
wrong,
to do it
James.
right. Yes,
James,
she's
no,
a daughter
dude,
that's naive when
dude,
she's young,
you
right?
are
She is
getting it
expecting
wrong.
him to get it right.
Oh, okay, yes, but can you give it all as a man?
Nobody
the
can
fuck
give it all.
not?
for
Exactly. Is what
No,
I'm
I
saying,
said
dude.
why the fuck not to your child? Why the fuck
Dude,
can't you give it all?
dude,
or
not-
your all at least.
Dude, not to your child, to the woman who is coming into your life as a girlfriend or wife. That's what I'm saying.
Why
Dude.
not? What do you
What do you mean?
About?
Why
Why
not?
can you get
What
married?
do you mean by no?
Yes, dude.
So what
of
the hell are you
course.
talking about?
James, you are not gonna be able to give your woman every single shit that she asks
You
for, dude.
may not be able to.
Ah,
I'm
hey.
not gonna you.
My
You're
nigga,
fucking
no,
nuts.
James,
No.
you listen.
Alright.
Give it to your woman.
Man,
being a father,
man,
okay,
bro,
okay,
man
that-
in
that-
general, we're not gonna be
okay.
able to provide every single shit
It's
that they
not
ask
about
for.
provision.
Come on,
It's
dude.
not
There's
about
a lot of
provision.
things that I even want to say. I know Vanessa had something to say, but this conversation takes me back to the last conversation in season 2 when we were talking about mother figures missing or the father figures missing a mother. Like, do you understand where the contradiction is going right now?
Yeah, I kind of see because they were making it seem like because the
Man is not
Man
raised
is-
with a man.
that's the
A woman
reason
cannot
why.
raise a man.
My mother raised me just fine by her
Thank
goddamn
you.
self. By her
But
But
goddamn
now all
saying
of a
self.
that,
sudden,
though.
And I'm
My
as
friends be
manly
like,
as
What am I
the
saying
fuck
that,
I
though?
can
Now
be.
you're
saying now
saying-
all of a sudden
You know
that
what
the
I'm
man been raised like that, he didn't have a father figure. We shouldn't expect too
Are
much from
you
him.
shitting
No,
me?
no.
Please, the
There's a lot of
contradiction
women
is
who
so
don't have
real,
mother
and
figures.
that's why I got
That's
upset the way that I did last time. It makes no fucking sense. You're telling me I can't be raised by my father to actually know what it's like to have a real man in my life. Be the real man that you want to be. But at the same time, if I'm a man that was raised just by my mother, I can't be a man. The fuck? Kind of bullshit.
But I'm not gonna be
No, it was you.
every
You are the
single
same
thing.
person
Listen,
that you and I
listen,
went
no,
through.
listen, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is loving this shit.
But me as a man, I am not gonna be, and I know this for a fact, right? So let us not cap here, right? I am not gonna
No,
be
you full
every
capping.
single
Grandpa
shit,
cap, baseball
right?
cap,
I
any
am
kind
not
of
gonna
cap
be
that you
every
got.
single shit that you would want me to
Are
be
you
your
talking
man.
Why can't you
That's
be?
that.
Are you talking about
Put my
father
period,
figure
right?
or
But
relationship?
listen, towards it.
No one's asking
All right?
you to be
Right? You know what I'm saying, right?
perfect.
Exactly
No,
what I'm saying,
okay,
right?
no.
I get
So,
what he's saying.
But then you need
thank
to.
you, that's what I'm saying.
How
I
long?
get it.
How long are we
I
working
get what he's
for?
saying.
How
So-
long are we working for?
Bro,
So the thing is,
there's no time limit, bro.
There's no
Can-
time limit.
No, hell no.
So you just want to course time.
Okay, so let's-
Oh,
let's-
no,
let's-
dude,
let's-
don't say that shit,
okay,
bro.
again,
I
let's
see
not
it
do
from
it.
both perspectives.
Listen, okay.
You can talk.
Oh,
You
Vanessa,
Yeah,
sorry,
I just
Please
want to
keep
say,
moving wine, please.
I'm coming from a place of
I don't need wine.
imperfection, okay? Because
Now
I
you want
think
wine. Okay.
the conversation kind of sounds like women expect
more
men
wine.
just to get it because, like, okay, well, don't be like your father, he wasn't there, so change. It's not that simple. And I'm, like I said, I'm coming from a place of imperfection. I'm gonna talk about myself. I'm not gonna talk about that man. I was not raised with a father in the household. My mother was single. They were together for a long time before I was even born. They broke up, got back together. That's a different story. She was not married until I was a teenager.
I got one.
So let me finish. Let me finish talking. I was not raised with a man who was a father figure. Did I know my father? Yes. Were either my father or my stepfather instilling certain things into me, having conversations with me? No. So there were things that I have gone through in my relationships that stemmed from me not having that man to guide me as a father, to tell me what to look for, to show me how to have conversations with men. I could be a little bit mouthy. I could be a little bit disrespectful when I was younger. I had to learn things on my own. I didn't learn how to be a wife. I had to pick that up later. So the same thing for a man. You don't know what you don't know. So don't condemn that man and say, oh, well, you should know because you should know what you want to be.
That's true.
Sometimes you don't know the options that you have.
Okay.
I've seen rich kids go to school, be enriched, have all these opportunities, and I see what I did not have. And I'm like, dang, like I'm smart, but I ain't had that opportunity. I didn't know I could do this. I didn't know I could be this. Then now I have to build from where I'm at to get to different places where some of these kids was just grew up and knew that they were going to college. I got friends who didn't even think about college. They were walking in the hallways and saw something that said, take the SAT. They said, you know what, let's go take the SAT. That's not my story. But people don't think I can go to school. I can go to college. So you can't sit up here and say somebody should just know if they don't know, if they were never raised around it, and if it was never taught to them, if they did not see it.
Amen to that. Thank you.
Okay, so kind of not count because I agree what she was saying. No, it's fine. For me, as an example, listen, y'all. For me, as an example, because when I hear stories about women going to different men for love and all that because they didn't have a father growing up. I had a father growing up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I had a father growing up who was very present. Listen, the point I'm trying to make is I didn't make the best decisions when it comes to love and all that stuff as well. So what does that say about Does that now say my dad wasn't in my life?
There's no
wasn't
science.
No,
I feel like
you just said something that I'm sorry, Vanessa.
because
I know.
I'm the
I'm just saying no,
opposite.
literally.
I'm the opposite. I feel like I had a father in my life as I was growing up, and I have never made the right decisions when it comes to men.
Never.
I have never made the right decision.
I don't think
You know
you
your
can
worth.
never look at you now. One, there you go.
But
I have a question because
Tyra,
I want to just
what
know
are your
I'm saying,
expectations,
so just
though?
because I feel like to
I'm
me,
sorry.
You ask a lot of questions, bro.
and I'm not disagreeing with what
I know.
listen, y'all. And I'm not disagreeing with what anybody is saying, but sometimes I feel like with or without a father figure, you're still gonna make bad decisions when it comes to relationships.
You
and
are
love.
beginning to
Like,
hold yourself accountable.
what you just
And
said.
I think
And
that people lack
love what you
accountability.
said. I just
Right?
want to know what I do. Just said something because after you said something, he said, "You know what you're worth." I kind of felt a little about it.
That's what she told me earlier today.
So because she grew up with her father, she knows her worth.
No,
I ain't gonna say that, but she knows her worth for some reason. Maybe
that's
it could
why
be for
she's
father.
not sticking to the bad
Yeah,
decisions.
that's why. Yeah.
I think that there's a difference
but
with
then after
children
she
that were
spoke,
raised in a household of two. And it's not the because like I just
And I
said,
think
my mother didn't get married until later on in life. There's a for me, from what I've seen, there's a difference from households in general, with children that are raised with two parents versus children that are raised with one. There's statistics on it. There's statistics on it. There are people who have broken the mold and may not fit the stigma, but there is a difference.
So I have a question for Vanessa then, because Vanessa said something that she's been in a relationship for 10 years and she doesn't feel marriage is on the table.
Wait, is or was?
Is in a relationship.
Is or was?
Is in a relationship. But marriage is not on the table anymore? Or has it ever been?
Not at this very moment. Like when we first got together, I said 5 years was my cutoff. Like if you ain't produced a ring in 5 years, you got to go. My thing is that once 4 years came around, it was like, girl, you're not ready for this. And when Ramiza, I say this is because most people be like, 10 years, I need a ring. I need this, that, and the third. I've lived with you for 9 years. I've literally gotten everything that I need, and it's gonna continue. We could go have a wedding, but when we come back into this house, it's gonna be the same thing. It's not gonna be anything different. What I feel like is that we've talked about it. We've spoiled a lot of bit of our relationship. We moved in with each other early. We've always lived together. I wish that I had my own crib. To this day, actually, like 2 weeks ago, I said, like, I kind of still want my own studio. He was like, if you want your own studio, go ahead. But he was like, damn, I'm going to have to pay 2 rents. Yeah, because you know I ain't hitting that bill. But, you know,
Shorty.
I mean, no, and listen, and I don't even fault.
Moving out, you pay your own bills.
That's, hold on.
Hush.
Hold on. And that's for anybody else's relationship. I don't ever, when it comes to people's relationships, and people ask me, what should I do? I say, I give them my advice, but I say, this is what worked for me. Not saying it's going to work for you. I've never moved into this man's house like, okay, so let's talk about the bills. It wasn't like that. It was just, bills are being paid for. To this day, he'll be like, check the mail, you got a bank account, make sure you turn your card on or activate it, whatever. I forget that those cards is in my wallet. I have a man who provides. That's a difference. That's a big difference.
Hey.
So
Look
at
at
the end of the
us.
day, he's been
Yes.
providing. It's times when, let me tell you, it's times when we was living in New York, he only had one Metro card.
In
one
New
swipe.
York?
We live in New York. We only had one swipe on the card.
Y'all had two.
So he
babies.
had to swipe me in, and he'll have to like
Up the
finesse so that
thing,
he get over the
yeah.
turnstile. That was a long time. To this day, I pay for shit. I live good. I got jewelry. I got nice house. I got businesses. He does all of that for me. Being married would only put paperwork, mean my last name. For me, that's what that is. So everybody has their own difference of what it is. Me, now, when I get married, I want Boosie to be the, whatchamacallit, he cost $70,000. I need money for my wedding. So that's what I'm waiting for right now. I have all of that I want.
Do you want a wedding though?
Yeah, I do.
You want
Yeah.
the whole big shebang.
I want a big ass wedding. That's why you better not give. And that's another thing. We have goals, and he has goals. He has himself. He got a grown daughter who's actually asking for so much more now than when she was younger.
Right.
So you don't need to be making a payment on my ring right now. I don't need a ring. What is a ring gonna do besides another piece of jewelry for me?
That
So
you already
my
got.
only thing I'd say is, once you step out that house, you shouldn't pay for shit. Once you step out that house, he shouldn't pay for shit. Now,
That's
if you
you and
stay,
your woman.
no, I don't even have a woman. No, you're not.
What
hearing
do you
me.
mean,
I'm
step
being,
out the house?
No. Once she steps
She
out the
goes
house,
get
that
her
she
own
wants
studio.
to go get her own studio.
But they're
her
still
place.
together.
Oh,
You
but
can't
hold
pay
on.
for
I
it?
didn't. I
Already
failed to mention
together.
before you. I failed to mention that also. I'm not a leech. I'm not a leech at any point.
Oh no, I know you're
No,
not.
no, no,
She
no,
got
no.
her own
Hold
bag.
on.
Trust me.
It's